Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you folks get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. Yes, thank you to my phone for sounding off and giving me the notification that I am live because, I needed that. Let me silence this bad boy before let me silence this. All right, as we get down to business tonight, you folks know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. The Bone Man is solo tonight. We're all hopped up on Bang energy drinks. My apologies for being a little sleepy towards the end of the show. That's just how the Bone Man is because I'm old and, it's past my bedtime. But yeah, we do our best to keep things rolling here. But yeah, sound off in the chat. Let me know you're here. And you're watching Impact Live right now. Well, there you go. We'll do the slow-mo version. No, we're going to do a kind of a speed run tonight. I'm by myself. I'm starving. I haven't had dinner yet tonight. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to get some za for me and the missus. And so yeah. As you folks file in here tonight, you know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when our channel goes live and you get our content on your screen. All right. So we're going to kind of just bounce around tonight. Like I said, a bit of a speed run. Slammiversary updates. And we'll kick off with a little bit of news. But before we do that, we always want to give some love to our members and our super chats. So thank you for being a member. If you're a member of the podcast, you can do so by going to the main page of the YouTube channel and join the membership. There's 3 different tiers. You get some bonuses. I've been trying to find time to get some bonus material. And one thing I figured out how to do is do clips through YouTube. And one thing that I figured out how to do, look, I'm always learning. I've been doing this for 13, 14 years now, and I'm always learning, trying to do new stuff on here, is for members to have the clips go live for you guys first. Let you guys get in on that first, and then the rest of the subscribers will get it, at some point later. So just as a trial thing, what I did was with this clip, the first clip that you go to the channel, you'll see the clips. And it was me joking about, me putting on the crop top, getting the crop top for the new merch drop that TNA did. So just being silly, And what I did was I put it live for members first, and then had everyone else like an hour later see it live. So just an example, and that was just for trying to see if it worked, because it's free. It's free on YouTube. It doesn't cost me an extra thing to, put a clip together and put it out there. It does take extra time, but it's worth it, and it's free. So there you go. But yeah, let's jump in the chat. Here's a super chat from Dr. Gerbs. Much love, brother. You're always here, and you're always so generous, and we greatly appreciate it here on the show. $20 spot says, Madvocat, you already know that's the code right there, Madvocat. You already know, new summer scent added, get you or the lady in your life. Ooh, there you go. Some strawberry malt. Ooh, strawberry vanilla. Interesting. Available in oils, balms, washes, or even butter. Ooh. If you request for the balm to be the butter, have a to be a butter. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you. That sounds interesting. That sounds like someone or something to get the vanilla strawberry malt, to get maybe the wash for a loved one. Ooh, that sounds nice. I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you, Dr. Gerbs, and thank you for your generosity as always. Yeah, super chats are always live. They're always appreciated. Great way to help the show stay live and do everything we do here on YouTube, the Twitch, and the audio worldwide. Much love and much appreciation to you guys. So, yeah, we're seeing a few more people pop in here. We went live a little earlier than usual. So if that threw you off, my apologies. I'm running solo tonight, and yeah, hot mic. There you go. Never. Mayor says never feed the bone after 11. Oh yeah, because I'll turn into God knows what. No, I'm kidding. I'll be fine. I'll get through it. I really will. So for those of you that did see, they showed, I don't know if they showed this whole episode or if they just showed a portion of it. I'm not sure. But I do know that they showed a significant portion of it, the important stuff, like the stuff that was going to get out news-wise. And I did my best during the live reaction to not talk about it, or spoil it for anyone that didn't see it early. I didn't see it, but I saw it on social media. They put it on the channel. Other people put it on their channels, showing the clips of who showed up to confront Mustafa Ali. and also who showed up at the end of the Battle Royal for the knockouts. That was significant. And of course, the main event was an absolute banger. So Bill and I did go live on Friday. So if you saw that, you know what happened. And we did warn you. If you did watch it, we gave you plenty of warning that we were going to spoil it for you. We don't do that a lot on this channel. And you guys, those of you who have been around for a long time, you know this. But we knew it was going to get out. We knew it was going to be talked about. We knew it was going to be a hot topic, so to speak. So that's why we did it. Aaron Jack here. Tonight's show definitely lived up to the hype. Really enjoyed it. 2 hours went by so fast. It did. It flew. It really did. Davis says he just got some Hot Pockets, bro. You're making me drool. Matthew says I just had some lasagna. See, and that was one thing that I didn't do during. You guys know what I always do during the live reaction. I always ask you guys, what are you munching on? What are you having for dinner? What are you drinking? What are you sipping on for a snack? And I didn't do that. It's the first time I haven't done it in months, weeks, years, whatever. And I always make that part of the live reaction just to get you guys, just to connect, get you guys talking. And I didn't do it this time because I was starving. I didn't have dinner, so I, purposely didn't. But now everyone's talking about this. Oh, yeah, Bell's boy and his homemade tostadas. You guys are cruel. No, I'm kidding. No, share it up. I don't care. It's all good. It's all love, and I appreciate it. Jump in the chat. Let me know what you had tonight. Yes, front row Bill. So yes, I'm flying solo tonight. Alicia's been busy with personal stuff. She'll be back next week. But don't worry, she's all good. She's just, it's life stuff, dealing with life stuff. And I'm not going to spoil it on the air. That's her business. If she wants to talk about it next week, I'll let her talk about it. Front row Bill, as you saw, was on the show tonight, being all chummy with First Class. And just money. I love it. I love seeing them interact with Bill. It's great. It makes me, every time I see stuff like that and them, connecting with him and him connecting with members of the roster, it makes me more proud than ever to say, yeah, that guy's part of this show and has been for years. So yeah, if you ever see him at a show, he's pretty humble, but go give him some love, be like, hey, I see you on the podcast and great to see you live, and go give him some love. You can get a picture with him. I always, when I went to Chicago shows, I always jokingly said that I was going to charge people. I never charge people. I'm not like that. But yeah, go give him some love. Go get a picture with front row Bill. He stays humble. He's not like, he has zero ego. He just loves connecting with people. So go give him some love. So right now they're showing the main event of Matt Riddle versus Kenta for the MLW title. Interesting. Is that live? Are they showing? Are they the show that's happening right now? Is that live? But yeah, that's where Bill is tonight. Front row Bill is at an MLW show. So if you catch the MLW show, was it live on YouTube? Is that what it is? I have not watched MLW in a long time. Matt Riddle's great, though. Bell's Boy says, yes, it's on YouTube. Okay, I'll check that out later. They'll probably have the replay available sometime. I'll catch it within the next day or two. Thank you, Matthew. Yes. All right. Let's jump into a little news, shall we? As you can see on the cover, and we'll go over Slammiversary updates too. Mike Santana exacts revenge. All right. We got some new knockouts, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like every week the last several weeks, we got news about new knockouts joining the roster. I'm going to do a little share screen of Rudy just to show you guys the article. If you haven't seen it, it's on the TNA news site. What? Critical Sting says J-Bone won't believe any of us if we tell him MJF showed up. No, I won't. Did he really? He used to, I mean, that's where he originated. That's where MJF cut his teeth as far as like his first like big promotion, wrestling promotion was, I'm shaking the table, was MJF. And it was part of the Dynasty with Hammerstone and one other guy. I can't think of his name. The guy that had cancer came back. This week's MVPs, TNA MVPs were Wentz and Ingrid. Yes, I saw that video. Good for Wentz and especially good for Ingrid. One of the hardest working people like behind the scenes, you know, making everything flow. Excuse me. All right, share. We're going to do a little share screen of Rooney. Here's some news, folks. There. Is that better? No, we don't want that. There we go. All right, whatever. I don't know why this looks, it's so different when it's like, you know, two of us on here and whatever. Michael Vasquez says, great show. Yes. All right. Jada Stone and Mila Moore. Mila? Potato. Mila Moore received TNA contracts in Pittsburgh. It's Bill's boy. It's just, that's what Bill does every week. It's J-Bone's news. It's moments like this that I really miss Bill because he's so goofy. He's got such a silly sense of humor. And it doesn't come out as often as I'd like it to, because he's kind of the straight man, and I'm kind of just whatever. All over the place at times. Kind of like tonight. I'm flying solo and I'm hopped up on caffeine and bangs and hungry as a hippo. So congrats to Jada Stone and Mila Moore. They have been featured recently a lot on the Explosion episodes. For those of you who have the TNA Plus, get early access to Explosion when it comes out. And then within the next handful of days, it hits the YouTube for free. So yeah, if you're TNA Plus members, take advantage of that. I should take my own advice because I don't. and I always forget. And then I see it popping up on YouTube, and I'm like, oh. And then I'll go to TNA Plus and be like, hey, sorry guys, I'm watching it now, okay? But yeah, you want to know who TNA is keeping an eye on for the future of their company, future prospects, possible future knockouts, possible future roster members in general. Go watch Explosion, because a lot of these featured people have been receiving contracts lately. Jada Stone, Mila Moore, Harley Hudson, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Grace, the other one that came from the UK region. Up and comer Crawford. No, she's not really. But she's also new. Terrence Sullivan, what's up? Bell's Boy says you need to go to Domino's. Yes, I really do. Critical Sting. Here, this is great. Great way to look at this. Critical Sting, thank you. Think about where the division was in mid-May. Okay? And believe it or not, the Knockouts division is up to 23 women now, including SDL and Kylan King. SDL. Kylan King. Who is SDL? I can't think of who that is. But anyways, yeah, over 20 women. Holy crap. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. So, yeah, so congrats to all these new knockouts that are, pardon the pun, making an impact. You know. Terrence Sullivan. Oh, Steph DeLander. Yes. So Steph DeLander may not be wrestling, but she is a knockout, and she is part of the roster. And she is the Southern Psychos' main squeeze, if you will. Mance Warner. He's the one that gets all the smooches. So, all right. Let me... Sorry, Bell's Boy. Swag fan, good evening. All right, let me jump back in the news, see if there's anything. Okay, there is exclusive footage. The Elegance brand and the Inspiration get physical during a TNA meet and greet. Yes, Front Row Bill was there. He was within earshot of all this happening. This happened in Pittsburgh. If you were there, let us know. Look at that. The photo gallery for June 26th is already up. That is tremendous to see. And my apologies for not getting the results in the description of the video. I always try to do that right away. And I didn't do that this time. So I'm going to do it right now very quickly. Paste. Save. YouTube's been a little funny tonight, but I saved it now. If you refresh the feed and go in the description, the results are there. So, hey, let me check the news page real quick. Photo gallery of stars of TNA throwing out ceremony of first pitches at New York Mets game. Hey, that's awesome. Wow, how many of them did that? Was that Brian Myers, Mike Santana, Masha Slamovich, the Hardys, Tommy Dreamer, and KC Navarro. Is that how KC Navarro hurt himself? Throwing out the first pitch? I kid. Joe Hendry attacked Trick Williams on Tuesday on the latest WWE NXT episode because he's coming after him. And because right now the main event is Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams for the TNA World Championship live Sunday, July 20th. Less than a month away, folks. But if you saw what Mike Santana said at the end of the episode tonight, as you can see, I'm kind of just jumping all over the place. This is significant. He told Santino, put me in that main event. So for those of you that saw him get that title shot at, what was it? Oh, on that episode of NXT about a month ago, guess what? We may see Mike Santana in his hometown, the Boricua Badass. He's not the only Boricua Badass. Tasha Steelz is a Boricua Badass, but guess what? Mike Santana, very proud Boricua. See him in New York, possibly going after that title. Ladies and gentlemen, sound off in the chat right now. Do you want to see Mike Santana added to the main event of Slammiversary facing off against Joe Hendry and TNA World Champion Trick Williams? Sound off. We're getting a few more people in here now. Great to see. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Bell's Boy says, SRS dropped this news nugget a little while ago. We have some TNA contract news coming this evening for Fightful Select subscribers. That's interesting. Well, I'm not a subscriber to Fightful, but if y'all want to help me with some breaking news tonight, let me know. All right. Please look up Nikki Blackheart, says Norris Sparks. She could be the next Jordan Grace. Oh, that's interesting. Mayor, who's Jordan? Be nice. So he's misspelled her name. Whatever. Bell's Boy. Thank you, brother. Dropping the $10 super chat spot. Much love. Thank you. Oh, and Busted Open is going 24/7 starting July 1st. And Denise Salcedo has been tapped to do a TNA After Dark. That's gimmick infringement. No, I'm kidding. I haven't done that in a long time. Used to when I had the Patreon on here. For Busted Open after the episode next Thursday. So, yeah. So, you know how she does the post Raw, SmackDown, AEW shows. She is now going to start doing that for TNA, apparently. Hey, look, it's all love for TNA. We at TNI do not mind the competition. It's all love for TNA. It's all good. Even Fightful does it, I think. Probably Cedric Alexander update. Probably. Could be. Bell's Boy says, hell yes, Slammiversary is in Santana's backyard, of course. He deserves a shot. Hello. David said, heard about that Sirius radio? Sirius radio? Something. Bell's Boy says, T&I, Fightful, busted open. It's all love. It is. The more attention TNA gets, it's all good. I'm not going to sit here and say, I mean, I jokingly, we used to, I don't know if it says it on the main page of the YouTube channel, saying that we were the, number one source for all things TNA Impact. Look, it's all in jest. We're not going to sit here and say we're better than you and you know it. We're not, we don't take ourselves that seriously. We do our best. We're proud of the audience we have. It's all organic. We have not paid for one iota, how people can go out there and you say, oh yeah, pay for subscriptions, pay for viewers. We haven't done any of that. We bet on ourselves. We're here for years, and we have what I consider to be one of the best audiences, interactive audiences in the world. No matter how big we are, we love you guys. We do our best to show it. All we ask in return is, hey, check out the links, check out the merch pages, smash that like button, and, help show your love in any way you can for the show. It's all love. It's all appreciated. Terrence Sullivan had a meatball sub from Subway for TNI Impact Wrestling Thursday Family Dinner Review. Daddy-o. Love it. I had some Subway earlier today. I had a BMT. So good, bro. Didn't even toast it. It was a foot long. It had all sorts of goodies on it. Bell's Boy. Seriously. Besides, you're better looking than Denise J-Bone. I love you guys. I love you guys. Even if I put the crop top on, for those of you who saw the clip I put out last week, if you know, you know. It's all for good, clean fun. Aaron Jack says, wish Bill was here to ask about how big the UBS arena is. Apparently, it's going to be the biggest crowd yet, from what I hear. Should be. Oh, T. Hughes. Thank you, brother. Here you go. Breaking news. Ding, 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 ding. Fightful. According to Fightful Select, Macklin is signed with the company through December 2025. But with that deadline creeping up fast, his long-term future is now a hot topic behind the scenes. Well, there's a lot of people that consider him TNA champion right now because Trick Williams is from another company. So it's all love for him and the new championship, the international title. International Championship. He's a great champion. He has quickly become one of the biggest, I'd say, TNA's organically grown stars, roster members, whatever you want to call them. Norris says Jason Hotch has re-signed with TNA. Deonna Purrazzo was praising the TNA locker room, and it looks like she wants to come back. This is from a recent interview. Yeah, if she is saying that her best experience in a locker room is her best experience in a locker room is TNA, I saw that. I have absolutely no doubt that she'll come back someday. That or WWE will snatch her up and give her a better experience as far as being part of a woman's roster. We'll see. Riddle pinned Kenta. Good for him. Did you see the Hardy Boys showed up to Subway Mania on the train? That was awesome. I did not. Bold statement here from Norris Sparks. This is what I'm talking about. Get your opinions in here. We'll talk about it. Santana is going to win the title at Slammiversary. And MJF did show up tonight in MLW. He beat up Mystico again, who was working the show. Good show, Critical. Wow. Interesting. I'm sure Bill's sports entertained. Review hasn't started yet. What else is new? Be nice. I saw that. Someone commented on one of the last week. 40 minutes in. You guys haven't started the review yet. We're talking about news. I'm being interactive. This is what we do here. Welcome to the show. So, okay. You guys want to talk about the show? Let's talk about the show. Oh, here's another quick opinion. Bell's boy, Santana, is the next TNA champion at Slammiversary. I guarantee it. Sound off on social media. Do you want to see it happen? You know what? I'm going to refresh that page. It's not official yet, but we will go over the card at the end of the review quickly. Didn't expect to see JC Jane today. We'll talk about it. All right. As we get into tonight's episode of TNA Impact, ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Tonight's TNA Impact episode coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Front row Bill's backyard. Not quite, but same state. Joe Hendry cuts a promo about getting the title back at WrestleMania. He attacked Trick Williams at this last episode of NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching NXT, and I know that not everyone has the time to do it, but I try to encourage you guys. If you want to follow up on every part of what's going on between TNA and WWE/NXT, watch NXT. Jared Sullivan says JC Jane is fire. Yeah, she's good. It's exciting to see her be a part of the next line of people really being featured in NXT. Because God knows Steph, oh gosh, what the hell's her name with the horns on her head? Can't think of her name. But Julia, and others being featured on the main roster now. Not anymore, Bills boy. Not anymore. That time is come and gone. No more Manscaped. But anyways, you do you. Joe Hendry wants that title. And he is in the main event of Slammiversary going against Trick Williams. Killer Kelly. It's Trick and A, J-Bone. My bad. Trick and A. Killer Kelly is going to be featured next week. She's going after Masha Slamovich's title. So things were, all chummy back in the day. What, a couple years ago? It's been a while. Stephanie Vicker, J-Bone. Thank you. Stephanie Vicker. One of the newest women on the main roster of WWE. That's who I was trying to think of. Thank you. So yeah, that is going to be one of the, if not the main event, one of the main matches next week. Masha Slamovich defending her Knockouts Championship so soon before Slammiversary. I smell shenanigans. I have no doubt, and I said this last week, I have no doubt that even though we're going to see this match happen, I doubt we're going to see it come to a finish. We're going to see someone else, maybe someone that won that Battle Royal tonight, we'll get into that in a bit, become a part of that title scene at Slammiversary. Ryan Nemeth versus Zachary Wentz. Fun match. I can't bounce it off of anyone else, but let me know in the chat if you liked it. I'm so used to, hey, Elisa, hey, Bill, what'd you think of it? It was fun. Zachary Wentz gets a win over one half of the tag team champions because they are going to be part of that come Slammiversary. And we'll get into that. It's not just going to be one team. How many teams are going to be involved at Slammiversary? Do tell. You got to wait. If you know, you know. We'll talk about it. A lot of people talking about Nikki Blackheart in the roster. Or in the chat, excuse me. Tired and hungry. Give me a break. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to keep the energy going. Sometimes the bone man gets a little tongue-tied. All right. Gia Miller talks with Trick Williams for a bit. Obviously talking about defending his title at Slammiversary. Now, we got the Knockouts Battle Royal. We get the entrance from Lei Ying Lee. She is quickly becoming one of the top knockouts in the Knockouts division. Very, very exciting to see. A lot of you in the chat during the live reaction have made comments recently at how much she's improved. I agree. from her time in NXT to now. She really has. I feel like she's really come a long way. Like when I used to watch her in NXT, you know, a handful of years ago or whatever it was, I wasn't real impressed. You know, it was like, oh, this is the first Chinese NXT roster member. You know, it's exciting to see someone's, the international firsts, you know, when you see them arrive in a company. And very true, Gary. Very true. Couple of tributes to AJ Styles tonight. We'll get there. But yeah, so Lei Ying Lee has really become a prominent member of the Knockouts division. So we go to break, come back. Gia Miller talking to Masha about the Knockouts Battle Royal, and all of a sudden Ariana Grace says, "Oh, I got a surprise for you." It's like she was so bouncy and so charismatic, I didn't even recognize who that was. Someone said in a live chat, "She's not wearing her sash." Oh, that's why. She's not necessarily the go-to person, the liaison, if you will, between NXT and TNA. Now it just seems like she's more of a character. She's showing charisma. It's exciting to see. She's not so timid, if you will. That feud with Tessa really brought out the fight in her. So yeah, a lot of new faces in this Knockouts Battle Royal. Great to see. So many, and I didn't even recognize some of them. New faces like the ones from the UK, Harley Hudson, Mila Grace, the new signees, Mila Moore. I know I'm botching a few of these pronunciations. Pardon me. Jada Stone, you know, we talked about it in the news. And they even mentioned a new name, Katie Arquette, related. I don't know if she was the cousin or the sister. I think the cousin of, they said former. This is great. It's funny to think of him this way, but it's true. It's true. And our own Alicia was there live when David Arquette became WCW World Champion. The apple does not fall far from the tree. But yeah, Katie Arquette featured in this Battle Royal. Very interesting. Ash by Elegance gets the win here. And of course, there's shenanigans. Because when it seemed like all of Team Elegance was eliminated from the match, Ash by Elegance had rolled under the ring rope, the bottom rope, and had not been thrown over the top, apparently. So all of a sudden pops up when the last two knockouts, presumably the last two knockouts in the ring for the Battle Royal, were Indy Hartwell and Tessa Blanchard? Yeah, Tessa Blanchard. So these two are just kicking each other's ass. I mean, that is one really fun thing about the knockouts, is there is no fluff with the knockouts. Hell no. These women destroy each other. And we saw that plenty tonight. Bell's Boy says the knockouts need a mid-card title. Stay patient. Stay vigilant. Tell them. You tell them. It only took 23 years to get a great title such as the TNA International title. I think it's only a matter of time, especially if you have a women's knockouts roster this big, 20 plus people. Say that 20 times, 10 times real fast. 20 plus knockouts in the knockouts division. Number one, you got to feature more tag teams. You got to do that first. We've had the tag team titles for a while now. We got to do that first. And we finally have enough knockouts in the division, enough ladies, enough women. You could form some extra tag teams, stables, if you will, to feature those tag titles and make them a prominent part of the company, because they've been kind of, we'll just say struggling, okay? You had Team Elegance versus Spitfire going back and forth for months, which was fine, a lot of fun. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to hot potato it back and forth. But there really wasn't anyone else. Now, you've got Team Elegance consisting of 3 knockouts, okay? You've got, Spitfire broke up, but I couldn't think of their name. Inspiration. Iconic. The Inspiration. Back in TNA. Great to see. Veteran women's tag team. Great to see. You've got an underlying team. If you guys haven't noticed, this team is going to be a threat. At least I believe it will. Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford. Pardon me. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. You got 2 veteran, women's wrestlers. Give them time. It'll happen. You've got the new young up-and-comers, Mila Grace and Harley Hudson. They had a great match against each other. Probably have been wrestling each other for years, my guess, because they're both from the UK. So yeah, they're going to be featured, I think, sooner rather than later. So yeah, you got options. And so yeah, and you got other stories going on involving knockouts, like the Order 4, or the dismantling of the Order 4 involving Tasha Steelz. So right there, she's not involved in the title scene, but she's involved in a major story. So yeah, you got a lot of options out there for the knockouts for the future of this division. It's good. Good hands. Jake Something is back. He's going after Macklin. Jake Something says he was made for this international title. We'll have to wait and see. But now we got some rumors swirling about Macklin's contract situation. What do you guys think? You know, some of this stuff, and I'm not saying it just because it was Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful, but some of the news that comes out about contract stuff, some of it you got to take with a grain of salt. Because some of it's true, some of it's not. Some of it's, you know, blown out of proportion. Who knows? I think Macklin's in a good place where he's going to stay with TNA and really help this, you know, this company grow. Former world champion, or maybe he'll branch out. Maybe he'll start getting some, you know, some feelers from the other companies being interested. I don't know. I don't see him going anywhere. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, right now, he is your current TNA International title holder. Jake Something's going after him. I think that would be a great Slammiversary match. It has not, to my knowledge, been made official yet. I keep refreshing the Slammiversary card page to see if we got any additional matches added. We don't. We'll go over it at the end of this review. We get the Bioflex injury report. Casey Navarro has a dislocated knee from a couple weeks ago. Hopefully he will. Daryl Thompson says, Macklin, resign, please, God. Don't go to AEW. Take Deanna. Also, back with you to TNA. Yes, I like your comment. Aaron Jack says, Macklin will resign. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Bell's boy thinks he will resign too. Oh, here's your main event of Slammiversary. Hometown Man versus Curry Man. Make it happen. It does seem like Deanna wants to go back to TNA. If you're throwing around opinions that the best locker room that you ever been in was TNA, and you can't say that about your own company, we'll see. And here's a vote for Taya Valkyrie. Aaron Jack misses her. Good evening, Aaron Jack. Welcome to the show. So yeah, injury report. Casey Navarro, like I said, dislocated knee. Was on the show tonight. Was hobbling around like he was really hurt. Wink, wink. Hobbling around. Hopefully not that hurt. Hopefully just banged up and maybe he's got to do a little rehab. We'll see. Elijah, on the other hand, torn tricep. Yikes. Out indefinitely. That's a tough word to hear, folks. Indefinitely. My guess, he'll come back next year. He's no spring chicken, but he's in great shape, so we'll see. We certainly send our love here from the podcast that he does heal up soon. He's already had the surgery, I guess, so that's a good sign. We'll see. Well, Bell's Boy says Deanna is currently exiled to Ring of Honor going after the women's Pure title. Pure title? Dear God, how many titles does that company have? Between AEW and Ring of Honor, it's like 50 titles. Yeah, and when they put Taya and Deanna in a tag team, which is fine, they're both very familiar with each other's work, but damn. Yeah, I miss her too. So yeah, all right. That's it. That's it for the injury, the Bioflex, injury report. So we got call to arms match, Mustafa Ali versus John Skyler. I was not familiar with what the stipulation was going to be with this match. So they're both tied to the ring ropes. Whoever unties themselves first is obviously going to have the advantage. I was like, oh, okay. Kind of like similarities to like what is that? A bull rope match where you're both stuck on the bull rope and you can use it on each other, you know? You're both stuck on it, but same but different. I don't know. But anyways. But yeah, so Mustafa Ali gets the win over John Skyler. John Skyler put on a great match, though. Props to him. It's like for those of you that look at John Skyler like he's a veteran but he really can't wrestle, guess what? There was a couple times tonight in that match, and he was running circles around Mustafa Ali. What? Randy says, I miss the days when J-Bone live streamed Dynamite. Yeah, that would have been on Smash This Podcast, I believe. Sorry, man. The channel's kind of defunct, but I'm always on with, well, not lately, but due to schedule changes, I'm not a lot. Bleh, take two. I am not on a lot with the Ramblers, as in the Ramblers Unleashed podcast. It's my other show. Very proud of us. So yeah, if you like anything outside of the realm of TNA, including TNA as well, go check out the Ramblers Unleashed on YouTube and Twitch. Give us a sub. But yeah, I just don't have time to do 3 podcasts. Smash This Podcast, this one, and the Ramblers. So yeah, I kind of put Smash This Podcast the rest for now. For now. You never know when I'm going to resurrect it. So you can always find me here. Great match between Mustafa Ali and John Skyler, though. Like I said, John Skyler, heavily underrated. We know we've sung the praises of Mustafa Ali. He had a tremendous X Division run last year or whatever. Word. Thanks, Randy. Word. But yeah, so of course, Mustafa Ali with the shenanigans, cutting the rope with the scissors. Ali, jeez Louise. No, he did not injure himself during weight training. No, it was during the match. At least I believe it was. Anyways. Ali wins with a 450. John Skyler looked great, though. And he starts, it starts looking like he's, about to really, attack John Skyler. He attacks Jason Hotch as well, throws him in the ring, and they're trying to stop him from using the chair and attacking his own team. What are you doing, Ali? Out comes Cedric Alexander. There you go. The word is out. We did the spoiler-ish video last Friday when they did the preview, the live preview on TNA Plus. So, and I didn't spoil it during the live reaction. And I asked people nicely saying, hey, consider the people that didn't see the preview or heard about it on social media. Let them find out naturally. You guys listened. I appreciated it. I didn't say nothing. So, yeah, the reveal was Cedric Alexander is now with TNA. Great to see. Great addition. He has really come a long way from the, what was it? The Cruiserweight Classic, if you will. That was when I really became a fan of his. Good stuff. Good stuff. Former Cruiserweight champion, but he has done so much more. Kerry Rossetti talking about me doing an interview with Killer Cross as the lights slowly dimmed on the podcast, especially where Killer Cross was. That was great. That just made it more and more terrifying as the interview went on. And when the light was just about to completely go out, I ended the interview. Good stuff. Good stuff. Daniel William Clark, long time no see. Great to see you here. Smash that like button, folks. So yeah, Cedric Alexander comes out, and he stops Ali from destroying his own crew. And just as Ali is about to leave with Tasha Steelz, Cedric Alexander holds on to her and says, she's not going with you. And then both guys from the Great Hands, John Skyler and Jason Hotch, stand up to face off against Ali. Ali is in, or I should say, is on an island by himself now. So it seems. So yeah, things are heating up. Great to see the addition of Cedric Alexander joining TNA. Probably going to be one of the best matches to be soon announced for Slammiversary. That is my professional podcasting opinion of the night. Not really. It's going to happen, but I'm just saying. Anyways. So yeah. Welcome Cedric Alexander. Go give him some love on social media, X, Instagram, whatever he has. Welcome him to TNA. Go give him some love. The System cuts a promo, Moose, talking about, I forget what he was talking about, but then he's interrupted by Matt Cardona. Things are getting weird between Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. Do you think Brian Myers is going to be the first person to actually leave the system and join his former Edgehead cohort, partner in crime, brother in wrestling. They got a podcast together. We'll see. Aaron Jack says Cedric is very underrated. So glad he decided to join TNA. If you haven't seen his matches, he continues, before, you're in for a treat on TNA. Yeah, I haven't seen him wrestle in a while. And so many people. I mean, look, I'm guilty of it too. I didn't say it was going to happen, but I said it was a darn good possibility that Cedric Alexander was going to go to AEW and join his cohorts in the Hurt Business, or whatever they call themselves, the Hurt Syndicate, whatever they're called now. Total Nonstop Alexander, right? Is the reunion of the major players in the works again, says Bell's Boy. We'll see. We'll see. Northern Armory versus the Hardys. EY is just out of control. He gets ejected from the match. He's growing a beard. He's out of control. He was trying to beat up Matt Hardy behind the ref's back, and then the ref turned around, saw it, said, "You're out of here." And, of course, it was just all downhill from there for the Northern Armory. Good win for the Hardys. The Hardys being another one of the teams that is going after the World Tag Team Championships at Slammiversary. We'll go over the card. Just wait. We'll go over the card. Holy 205 live, J-Bone, says Bell's Point. Excuse me. That's funny. I like that. Holy 205 live. I actually really did enjoy that show. As much as I didn't think a cruiserweight show was really going to work with WWE. And yes, I'm probably one of three people that misses Enzo. We continue. I digress. Leon Slater, the Hardys are talking after their match, and they bring out Leon Slater. He is fully endorsed by the Hardys. Great to see. So Leon Slater's like, hey, I'm going to go on commentary, and I'm going to study up on Moose for my match against him at Slammiversary. All right. Moose is next out. He is going to have a match against not one, but two people. Shane Sabre and Jake Painter. For those of you that know, for those of you that don't know, Jake Painter has been featured recently on Explosion. Could be someone that TNA execs maybe have their eye on. Maybe. I wasn't really impressed with Jake Painter. I don't know. We'll see. You're going to face a guy like Moose. You're going to get tossed around a bit. You're not really going to get a, dare I say, a fair fight. Even though it was 2-on-1, this is more to feature Moose than anything. So it's more to, dare I say, make Leon Slater look like even more of an underdog. But let me tell you, there is a big dog in that fight. And his name is Leon Slater. I can't wait for this match. Street fight, main event time. Mike Santana versus AJ Francis. I got to go back and watch this a little more closely. Some people are calling it possibly TNA's match of the year candidate. That is one thing that a few people are saying, including our very own Jiminy Christmas. It's time to get some food and go to bed. Our very own Front Row Bill. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this match. I loved it. I was getting tired. I'm not going to lie. I started to close a little bit towards the end of the episode. The last several minutes of the episode really ramped up, though. Holy cow. Mike Santana putting AJ Francis through a set of chairs. And then putting AJ Francis, while standing on the apron, putting him through 2 tables on the outside of the ring. Well done. Holy cow. Both these guys are tough as nails. Mike Santana gets a big win here. If you have not seen this match, please go watch it. Great match. This was a street fight. And look, gimmick stuff, some stuff comes off. Some gimmick matches come off better than others. I'd say this is definitely one of the better ones. Not overdone, not over violent. Used just the right amount of gimmicks in the match. And it was done so it was like, when they did use gimmicks, it was like, wow. It really looked great. Hopefully both guys are fine. Because let me tell you, AJ Francis getting the Death Valley driver outside of the ring through both tables. Holy cow. And then Mike Santana finishing him off. 1, 2, 3. Grabs the mic after the match. Cuts a quick promo to end the show, saying he wants in on the main event of Slammiversary. He said, Santino, you got the power to do it. Let's make it happen. I have been trying throughout this review to refresh the page of the Slammiversary card to see if they have added him yet. They have not. But let me tell you, Mike Santana has gone through hell and back recently. And he, in my professional podcasting opinion, there you go. You got the second one tonight. I think he should be added. He got a shot a month ago on NXT television. Fun match. But Mike Santana he's tough as nails. And he's beaten everyone that he's come across. Great rivalries, great matches. He is the golden standard, or the standard, whatever. He is the one to beat in TNA now, along with guys like Macklin, not going to lie. But Santana's bypassing that and going straight for the top. It's so good to see. Daniel William Clark. He's got some exciting news. He recently got his tickets for Slammiversary. He says, I'm going. I'm so excited. great to see, Daniel. Great to see. You have a fun time in New York City. Oh, thank you for the reminder, because this was also a highlight of the match. AJ Francis pulling off a Styles Clash. Hey, maybe showing off or foreshadowing a phenomenal appearance at Slam. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I mean, yeah, he's going to go after Dirty Dom at some point and get that Intercontinental Championship, as my wife likes to say, the Intercontinental. So maybe we'll have to see. Well, that would be really something. AJ Styles versus AJ Francis. Shut up and take my money. That'd be something else. Yeah, there is time, Bell's boy. You're right. There is time. So yeah, do you guys want to see? And some of you did speak up already. But yeah, sound off in the comments as we end this review of tonight's TNA Impact episode for June 26th. Do you want to see Mike Santana added to the main event of Slammiversary to face off against not just Joe Hendry, but Trick Williams defending his TNA World title? Will Mike Santana dethrone Trick Williams in New York City at Slammiversary? Oh, man, that'd be another good one. Gary Rossetti in the comments. AJ Styles versus Kazarian. That'd be quite the instant classic. Both guys in tremendous shape, but maybe, in the latter part of their careers, you could still go. I'd love to see it. Yes. Yes, Randy. You heard Oreo in the background. Apparently, she wants to see Trick Williams get beat by the one, the only, the standard of TNA, Mike Santana. Let me know in the comments. Hit me up on social media. Check out the links in the description of this video, including our merch pages. Go get yourself some TNI merch. Let your friends, let other people know what podcast you're supporting. It'd be great to see. And I thank you personally. If you do buy some merch, take a picture of yourself, share it with us on social media. Tag us. Let us see you. Trick NA says, Bell's boy, yes. He's been a good champ, but I think his time's coming up. We'll see. So, thanks, Daniel. He says, you got it, Chabo. But if you do anything to help support this show, you guys know what to do. On your way out of here tonight, smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. We'll see you next week, and we are on the road to Slammiversary. Take care, folks. You have a great night. We'll see you soon.